I see President Kim is joining us.
Dr. Kim is also on. That's wonderful.
I think now we're waiting for Asha ji as well, and then we should be ready to go. President Dr. Kim, namaskar and welcome to this conversation. It's great to have you. We'll give it another couple of minutes, and then we will begin. This program should finish before the the hour. We're looking at about a 45-minute agenda, so please plan accordingly. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We will begin in about 2 more minutes, just to give everyone time. My name is Gaurav Rastogi. I'll be your well, I guess the announcer, introduction, and closure. I will also chant the opening and closing prayers, and this will be a conventional closing prayer from the Hindu tradition, and it's in Sanskrit. I will display the prayer as well as its meaning. The first one is the opening prayer is typically like a legal disclaimer. It creates a safe space for all of us and allows us to engage with each other with full vigor and energy. And the closing prayer is a prayer for peace for all. So it's a universal prayer for harmony. And we conventionally begin our classes and end the classes with these two prayers. So we will do that for today's session as well as we go along. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We're waiting for one more key person for this call, and then we will be ready to roll. Kailash, would it be possible, if you don't mind, to just check in on our special guest?
Yeah, I think Laraji is already on the scene.
Yes.
So maybe we can have her help us with that.
Laraji, welcome, and
yeah, I'll just.
Thank you.
Please. Thank you.
All right, namaskar and welcome. Welcome to today's conversation and this wonderful historic meeting. My name is Gaurav Rastogi. I'm a board member and dean at the Hindu Community Institute, and I'm going to be your host and MC for this meeting. Before we begin, I would like to welcome everyone, and especially I want to welcome our special guests. I'd like to welcome Asha Jadeja ji. She's founder and chair of the Mudwani Jadeja Foundation, which is a not-for-profit distributed global venture fund that aims to transform entrepreneurial individuals into creative change makers. We are honored to have Asha ji here today. Asha ji, welcome to this meeting. We're also honored to have.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Asha ji. We're also honored to have the leadership team from GTU. The Graduate Theological Union is based in Berkeley in the San Francisco Bay Area, and they're a world leader in the study of religion and theology, as well as a vibrant home for spiritual exploration through online learning opportunities with global reach. We have with us today President Dr. Uriah Kim. Welcome, Dr. Kimji. We also have Dr. Rita Sharma. We have Dr. Kamala Bhutamse, who's head of the Interreligious Chaplaincy Program. And from the Hindu Community Institute, we have the HCI board. I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Kailash Joshi, Dr. Mukundacharya, Dr. Puneet Mahindru, and Mangala Kumarji, which are all board members. Also, we have the HCI board observers. We have Lata Vasanji, she's here. And also, we have functional leaders. Usha ji is here, Ganapati ji is here, Saurabh ji is here. Welcome to this meeting. We also have a few members of the CHT Sangha of 300 people, and as well as scholars of the interreligious chaplaincy, Hindu chaplaincy pathway, as well as the CHT courses, and many other special guests. So welcome everyone. We are just to set the context. We have a this is a historic moment, and I'd like to believe that this moment notes the arrival of the last outstanding major world religion into the practices of chaplaincy and spiritual care. Hinduism is an ancient religion with a rich reservoir of spiritual practices that are well known to everyone. When combined with the formal processes and protocols of chaplaincy, this combination makes a powerful mix for the good of humanity. For 150 years, about 6 human generations from now, even at that time, we expect that this moment today will be recalled with fondness. And that is what HCI is all about. So welcome once again. Now, today's agenda follows an announcement by GTU earlier this week and a press release that is concurrent with this meeting. Let me show you the agenda, and then we will get into the opening prayer, and then I'll introduce you to the key players. Today's agenda, of course, it begins with my opening comments, and I'd like to introduce you then to Dr. Kailash Joshi. Kailash ji will talk about today's announcement and a historic collaboration. We are then followed by, he will introduce Dr. Kamal Abdul Shamsi, who's the director of GTU's ICP program, and he will, we are requesting him to make a few remarks and also introduce GTU President, Dr. Uriah Kim. Following that, Kailash ji will once again come back to introduce Ms. Asha Jadeja, who is MJF chair and founder, and then I will come back to introduce Dr. Mukundacharya, who will then introduce you to the fellows that we are, of course, felicitating. With that, I'm inviting you to join us in the opening prayers. Just listen along. There's no need to chant along, but I'd encourage you to just listen and participate with your ears and your heart. So this is a conventional opening prayer, sort of creating a space for us. So please sit comfortably, sitting in any comfortable posture. If you're sitting down on a chair, place your feet in full contact with the floor below. Sitting with the back straight, the back, neck and head in a straight line. Close your eyes gently and relax the expression on the face. Relax the expression on the face. And as you breathe into your belly and let the belly expand. The back is straight but not stiff. The back, neck and head are in a straight line. The eyes are closed gently and the expression on the face is relaxed. The shoulders are relaxed and you're breathing into the belly. Breathing into the belly, let the belly expand. Breathing out, simply let go. Let go of all your thoughts. Let go of all your preoccupations. Let go of all unfinished business and just be here now in this moment. Breathing into the belly, let the belly expand. Breathing out, simply let go and settle down. Bring your palms together in Namaskar Mudra, pressing the palms together gently in the front of the chest, touching the fingers together gently, and gently touching the back of the thumbs into the chest. Now bring your attention to the hollow space between the palms, paying attention to any vibration, any sensation, anything that calls itself to your attention. Stay right here. We're going to chant Om 3 times and then I'll recite the opening prayer. Exhale completely. Take a deep breath. Inhale. 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 Inhale and chant. Sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take your arms behind your back. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and breathing in, stretch as you inhale. As you exhale, bend forward in a deep sense of surrender. Come back up, breathing in. Release your hands, rub your palms together to generate some heat. And then gently cup your eyeballs to transfer that heat. Massaging your face. And then blinking, open your eyes and pull your palms back like an open book. The meaning of this prayer is may we both be protected, may we both be nourished. May we work together with great energy and may our knowledge be radiant. May there be no differences or disputes between us. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaskar and welcome again to this historic announcement and welcome to this meeting. Kailashi, I would like to invite you. Dr. Kailash Joshi is the president and of course board member of the Hindu Community Institute and the driving force behind this program. Kailashi, I'd like to invite you to say a few words. You're going to have to unmute. I unmuted everyone.
Thank you very much, Gaurav. And I too extend a very warm welcome to our special guests, all the guests actually, President Kim, Ashaji, Professor Kamal, Professor Sharma, Bruce Ji, all the board members, everybody, all my colleagues here, and all the volunteer team. It is indeed a very special day for all of us. And it is also a day to thank you, ahead of Thanksgiving perhaps, for all the people who have brought us here, helped us get to this wonderful juncture in our operations and so on. It goes back about 8 years. The whole idea, kind of an exploration of getting Hindu tradition to work for the universal good. That was basically community service, kind of a concept that we started. HCI core team is about a dozen engineers, one MD, and one psychologist. And we've been plowing this ground kind of on a terrain. And our tradition allows us to do that as long as we bring authentic Hindu tradition into the mix. And we do that by virtue of about 50 different subject matter experts and spiritual leaders that come and teach our classes. So we are able to create a sort of a unique kind of an experience for ourselves and for our scholars, and hopefully for the communities in doing what we are doing. Kind of the method to the madness, but so far it looks very exciting, and we're having a lot of fun doing this. I think before I go and acknowledge all the support we've received, I want to recognize two very unique individuals who have been with us in this journey in different ways. They come occasionally, but their influence seems to sustain throughout our thinking and brainstorming that goes on among us. And those are Professor Rita Sharma, and because she has been the constant for the last 7-8 years I've been talking about in our relationship with GTU, but her own personal spirituality and ideas have been very much influencing things that have happened at HCI. So I say, welcome, and I'm glad you're here, Rita ji. And then I have Professor Dr. Chaplain. He is a universal guru for all occasions. From Bruce Felstein ji, we call him Bruce ji, and he's one of our favorite teachers, not mine, but the whole Sangha actually. And we call upon him for all kind of ideas, and he's always there. So I again salute you for all you've done. I know the more you're going to do down the road. So I can thank you for that too in advance. But I'm so happy, Bruce ji, you're here. And please take a bow. Thank you. Next, I want to come to GTU, because without GTU, none of this would be possible in terms of our pursuit of Hindu chaplaincy. And I think it goes back to Dr. Kim, who has been, I know, present in many of those discussions in his prior positions at GTU, but two of his predecessor presidents, who I had the privilege of getting to meet and work with actually in brainstorming, again, Rita Sharma being the common person through all those dialogues and discussions. The first thing I think that we gained through the GTU connection was the appreciation for chaplaincy as a vocation, as a universal vocation, not as a Christian thing. And that I thought was a big step for us Hindus to grasp and then kind of run with it. That is one aspect. The second thing that happened in some of the discussions at GTU, the concept of continuum of care was grasped by us, which says that you have to provide spiritual care in the community. You cannot just depend on chaplains alone. You need to also have a bigger volunteer force that is also equipped to do the task, because it's a heavy lifting kind of a thing and it's constant in the community. So we need to train both volunteers and chaplains. That's what we do at HCI. We create CHTs or the counselors, and then we take them into advance, those who are qualified and are really eager to serve at that level, into chaplaincy. So that concept also was a contribution came from GTU. And then the big breakthrough came to us, which we call that the Hindu chaplaincy pathway. By virtue of a combination of our CHT course and now HCP and the ICP course at GTU, the coincidence of time was extraordinary, because it happened right in these times when we are trying to figure out. And so that combination has created a Hindu chaplaincy pathway that has not existed in history ever before. So that is pretty significant. And so I say to GTU our gratitude and salutes, and we welcome you here, and we'll be listening to what you have to say as you go along in this program. And the next thing I want to, next individual organization I want to honor and recognize is, of course, MJF, Motwani Jadeja Foundation. Asha-ji, her generosity, the foundation's interest in us is profound. They have given us a big boost, as our global press release will say today. Extraordinary. But I think she's also been very good in giving us a perspective on excellence. In my discussion with her, she said, look, it was a great idea, but please be very selective on who we make fellows. They should be extraordinary. They should be committed to service, and they should have no controversy surrounding them. And I think that's a very important point. We recognize that. We want people who are immaculate credentials, and so that they bring honor to the vocation. They bring honor to all the institutions they are associated with, like HCI and GTU, as well as the community. So thank you again, Asha-ji, and I will be hearing from you also. And the next, I'd like to just also recognize my colleagues and the Sangha. We call them Sangha, means a group of like-minded people, and we have about 300 in ours. We have now gone global. We are in 8 countries and expanding. So it is quite a gratifying thing that's happening. And our board, our resident faculty, Mukunji, Punitji, Gauravji, and Manglaji, and then we have observers, and we have functional leaders like Ushaji, our Ganpatiji, and Saurabhji. We have a 15 people functional team, basically the executive team, and we run this operation like a sophisticated corporation, like you would expect from engineers. So that's what we do. We organize, we design, we retest, we do prototypes, and then we expand and we scale. You hear all these terms, but they are not just words. We are trying to do them. So with that, I say thank you again. And at this point, I think I have done. I don't think I forgot anybody. If I did, please forgive me. And so then next I would like to do is introduce one of the most significant people, also personalities, and that is Dr. Kamal. And so what happened here is the ICP course started as I think is going to turn out to be one of the most inventive things that has happened to spiritual care around the world. And the curriculum and the requirements and the process that they go through, I think, is so impressive. And so he basically, and through Rita ji, connected with us and said, hey, CSTs, why don't you continue on and have your scholars, graduates come to our program if they can meet our requirements. So that created the Hindu chaplain. That was a click. So he had a big role to play in facilitating that process, getting our initial 3 pioneer scholars in the program, encouraging them, guiding them. So we're very grateful for that, Kamalji. And I think at this point, I'd like you to take the platform here and do your thing by introducing your fellows. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I know we will be introducing the fellows, and Mukunji will be talking also about that. I would like first to take a minute and thank you to the Hindu Community Institute for creating this platform and partnership. And I would like to invite on my president and my friend, Dr. Uriah Kim, to address you first as the president of the GTU. Dr. Uriah?
Thank you so much. I remember 5.5 years ago meeting Dr. Joshi and his colleagues, and also with Dr. Sharma, and we were exploring this initiative as they were, as the Dr. Joshi and his colleagues were exploring this idea of helping the Hindu community as counselors, as healers, and as chaplain. And at that time, as we were exploring this, I don't think we were ready. For the GTU, we did not have the interreligious chaplaincy program back then. And also, the Hindu Community Institute was probably not legally organized at that time. So this has been a sort of 5-year-long courtship, waiting for each other to develop to a point where we can have this partnership. And I think the right moment came, and both of us seized the opportunity. We saw in each other the synergy that can be created, very fruitful synergy that can be created by this collaboration. So I am extremely delighted to be partnering with the leadership of the Hindu Community Institute on this groundbreaking initiative. And are really deeply grateful to the Modwani Jadeja Foundation for their vision and support. Without such vision and support, it is extremely, extremely difficult to initiate a project like this. I am acutely aware of this, more so than before when I was dean. Now, as the president, I completely understand and appreciate the importance of the support from an organization like Modwani Jadeja Foundation. So thank you so much. So this collaboration with MJF and HCI and this newly available opportunity it creates as part of the GTU's interreligious chaplaincy program showcases the core values and mission that the GTU has been working to support for decades. As we celebrate our 60th anniversary of the founding this year, we now, MJF, HCI, and GTU are together in this board venture in fostering interreligious engagement across a diverse array of world wisdom and spiritual traditions, and raising up opportunities for learning, empowerment, and service of historically represented communities. In these continued efforts, I want to personally congratulate the first cohort of MJF Hindu Chaplaincy Fellows, that I would like to call them the Magnificent Seven, who we know will make an incredibly impactful contribution both to the GTU's interreligious chaplaincy program as well as in the communities they serve. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. I will introduce now what the fellows, the Magnificent Seven, thank you for coining that, will be doing at the GTU. I think that will be a good introduction to them. Today we celebrate you. We celebrate the 7 Hindu chaplaincy students that we announced on Monday as fellows of the MJF. Our chaplaincy students join a GTU culture, so you will not be separated. You'll be part of the GTU culture that affirms diverse religious and spiritual identities. So we'll be working on your own identity, respecting diversity, empowering minorities, advocating on behalf of the marginalized, and speaking out against bigotry, racism, and extremism. Our students learn how to become a bridge of healing. This is much needed today. We listen to broken hearts and to anxious souls, and we affirm the worthiness and the dignity of everyone. As chaplains, we lean into painful situations and discomfort when everybody else avoid that. We mend dysfunctional relationships and engage in dialogue with faiths and cultures that are unknown to us. We open our minds and our hearts to learn what's important to others. For you as chaplains, you will learn how to provide spiritual care to everyone, not just to the Hindu community. It's important to have minority communities that offer care to their own communities, to teach others how to be competent, how to care for the marginalized and the minority communities. Those are the tasks. This is the charge that you will be doing. I will follow with the recognition of really my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Rita Sharma, Director of the Center for the Dharma Studies at the GTU. We work diligently and also with the leaders of the Hindu Community Institute. We work so hard for this moment to welcome all of you. So we will be training Hindu chaplains, and that would not be happen without the support, the generosity of the Matwani Jadija Institute. So thank you so much. I think this is the time to recognize, I call them I've been taught by the Hindu community to add the G after each name. So we have Ridhi Ji and Bindu Ji, Varsha Ji, Nisha Ji, Sanmay Ji, Madhuri Ji, and Sudha Ji. All these 7 magnificent people that some of them I have met, and they attended some of the classes as they started their studies at the GTU in this semester. Some of them will be joining us next semester. We're really thrilled to have you at the Graduate Theological Union. Not only that, we're thrilled to have you because you are trailblazers who will be embarking on a journey that many people before you did not go. You are pioneer in this. I know you have the pioneer program at HCI, so we are combining. Those are same track people of 2 different programs. They are complementing each other. So we are grateful for this partnership with the Hindu Community Institute. We are grateful to the leadership, Kalaji and Guravji, for mentoring us and working with us. And it took a lot of patience sometimes. It's different approaches, different needs. And for that, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Kalaji, Gurabji, back to you.
Thank you.
very much. I guess I go back again, Gaurav.
Yes,
I come back up again.
Yes, you're back up.
My turn. Okay. By the way, that's wonderful. Appreciate it, Dr. Kim and Dr. Kamal and Dr. Sharma. We got a long-term relationship. I'm telling you, I'm determined with a team together to establish a network of at least 108 Hindu chaplains and 1,008 counselors of Hindu tradition in a global network across 10 diaspora countries. That's what we're working on. We're going to start a fund drive to support that. We have admissions are not a problem. We are getting tremendous response from all the other countries. So we're going to help GTU become more global than you are today, by the way. So wait for the Hindu diaspora to come from all directions. We're going to have a lot of fun doing that. And so talk about fun. I think Asaji, you've been talked about. I think you should go to the MJF website and you'll get a full appreciation for the depth and the breadth and the vision that they have for the upliftment of the world in different dimensions. Women, children, needy, every cause. And she approaches it in a very entrepreneurial way. She looks at people also in entrepreneurial ways so that the outcomes are always, sometimes she talks about exponential outcomes. There is but I think all those words do make a difference. When my discussion happened, she lifted our expectations of our scholars by a good notch up. We want to be very selective and of course, we're very grateful for all those contributions. So, Asaji, you please take it from here.
Okay. Kailash and Gaurav and rest of you, thank you so much for inviting me here to speak with you and to share my own thoughts on what's our own motivation for supporting an important program like this. I must say that for me, the most humbling and inspiring person in this, in something like this, which I'm not, very familiar. I'm not familiar with things like chaplaincy, religious matters, and so on. I've normally considered myself a bit of an atheist, but I do understand that, we are growing as a community in the Hindu community, and the Hindu American community in general is growing globally. And I think we just did not have the kind of resources that this chaplaincy will provide us. So for me, the big, motivation actually came from Kailash, and just knowing what he has delivered in his past life and the vision that he has for the future and what he's likely to do in terms of making this a global movement. For me, that has been the most humbling and inspiring, I would say, fuel for participating in this chaplaincy. And, it's at the end of the day, it's a very, enterprising and entrepreneurial, action that Kailash and Gaurav have created in the sense of bringing dialogue, especially in these times when the world is going through its own sort of, I would say, birthing hiccups of what it means for different religious groups to speak to each other and to trust each other. I think something like this is going to enable that that architecture of trust as we go forward, and a venue and a platform for conversations. So this is much more than just a chaplaincy program. I think it will enable dialogue that we have not seen before. So I'm wishing all of you the very best. I'm so proud of the the magnificent or the magical 7. Congratulations. And, I look forward to meeting you someday and, hopefully learning more about your own journeys. So thank you again for inviting me.
Thank you very much, Ashaji, for your generosity and for your kind words. I'd like to invite Dr. Mukundacharya to please come in and introduce the fellows. Mukundji is a board member at HCI and resident faculty.
Thank you so much, Gaurav ji. We've heard so far about the Magnificent Seven. You've heard about the pioneer scholars. You heard about the plans to create this 108 chaplaincy pathway with the leadership of the three organizations. You've heard everyone talk. And now it's my distinct honor and pleasure to come to what I feel is the main part of today's program, and that is to actually introduce these 7 magnificent MJF fellows, as well as the 3 pioneer fellows who actually started this out all last year to the general community here. I want to add my sincere congratulations to each of you on this high honor for blazing this trail towards HCI's goal of realizing the 108 chaplains worldwide in a few years. The 10 of you will become the first 10 in this scroll of honor, and we will be delighted to watch you as you move forward towards this goal. I think about 7 or 8 of the 10 fellows are here today. A couple were not able to join for other reasons. I'm going to introduce each one by name. And then for those of you who are here, I'm going to ask that you also join me and introduce yourselves and just say a few words, half a minute or so to everybody. So with that, I would like to start with the chronologically, perhaps, with the first 3 pioneer fellows. The first is Ashish Khan. Ashish ji is unfortunately not available, not here because unwell. He's unable to attend. The next pioneer fellow is Niti Suta. Niti ji, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, of course. Thank you, everyone, for giving this opportunity to meet you virtually, face to face. As the conversation was going on with the Magnificent Seven, I was feeling a little left behind because I was born before the Magnificent Seven. We were the 3 pioneers. So now I feel a little bit better. And I'm not having any magnificent story, but the journey is definitely more than magnificent. So my name is Niti Suta. I completed my CHT in the 3rd cohort and then started my ICP journey. I'm currently working on my CPE, and for the ICP requirements, we only need to complete 1 unit of CPE. I'm halfway through, and the only way to describe my experience in that is it is intense and it is transformational. I'm doing my CPE at a hospital, and most of the concepts learned in the ICP class are very applicable. So I want to commend Dr. Abu Samseh for creating a program which is so impactful. I recommend all the people going through the ICP program, the Magnificent Seven, to really absorb the content and preferably kind of do the CPE after a few classes, if not towards the end, because you will be applying the concepts pretty much on a regular basis. Even though most of the people I am serving are from other religions, in fact, I'm getting more and more closer to my faith and my theology. So I'm happy to open myself up to all the Magnificent Seven and anybody else with questions. And I'm looking forward to my own journey, my own spiritual journey as the Hindu and interreligious chaplain. Thank you.
Thank you, Niti ji. And in our eyes, you are just as magnificent as everybody else. Next, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to Usha ji, Usha Narasimhan. Usha ji, namaste. Please say a few words.
Namaskar, everyone. I feel so honored and so proud, and I'm pinching myself to make sure that this is happening. A proud moment for HCI, and to be part of it in my own little way is indeed an honor. The CHT course offered by HCI emphasizes the enriching tradition available in the Sanatan Dharma tradition, marries it to contemporary lifestyle challenges outside the Indian subcontinent, like family values, rearing children, caring for elders, interfaith relationships, aging, etc., and supports the marriage in meaningful ways. The ICP program opens the door wider, opens more doors to expand my worldview, such that I may serve my community with more value and compassion. I thank Lataji for nudging me into the CHT program. I'm deeply grateful to the faculty at HCI for encouraging and urging me into the ICP program. And last, but not definitely the least, my heartfelt gratitude to my teachers at GTU. ICP has expanded my horizons so tremendously, both interpersonally and intellectually. Dhanyasmi.
Thank you so much, Usha ji. And now I'd like to introduce the 7 MJF fellows alphabetically. And the first fellow is Bindu Gupta. Bindu ji, I think you're here. Would you like to say a few words?
Namaste to everyone. It's an honor to be here. It's like a dream come true. I feel I should thank everyone. So I would say a heartfelt thank you to the MJ Foundation for the fellowship, and also to the HCI and GTU to help make my dream come true of being a spiritual caregiver to a diverse community in a university setting. I appreciate all the efforts in making the magic of the 108 chaplains and me being one of the magnificent 7. I think this journey is going to be something that I began with my own thought process, and each and every day with the discussions we have, with the classes we do, with the readings we do, it's an eye-opener, it's a learning, it's a journey, and I am looking forward to serving a diverse population, and let's see where it leads me to. So that's a surprise for me, as we talk about in HCI, that you think about something and you end up with something else, but it is a journey. Thank you again. Namaste.
Thank you, Bindu ji. Next up is Madhuri Velagala. Madhuri ji, I think, is not here today. Madhuri ji, if you're there, we can. I guess you're not there. So.
I'm not seeing her, yes.
And so next in line, I want to introduce you to Ratna Singh, or Nisha ji, as we call her. Nisha ji, you're here, I believe. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Mukunji. I would just like to express my gratitude to the Motwani Jadeja Foundation for this scholarship award, and my extreme appreciation to HCI and GTU for all the encouragement that I've received in being able to make this very bold decision. I look forward to the continuation of my studies at GTU, and I hope that I can serve the community well through this unique opportunity. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Nisha ji. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to the group Riddhi Khurana. Riddhi ji, you're here, I believe. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, Mukunji, just a sec, sorry.
Please go ahead.
She's turning the video on. Sorry.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you very much for having me here. I did not know that I was a part of Magnificent Seven, and I feel proud to be here. Thank you very much to Motwani Jadeja Foundation for the fellowship that you have granted us to be able to pursue this very first ever interfaith chaplaincy program from the GTU. All thanks to HCI as well as GTU staff. I can't give enough thanks to all of you. I mean, all the staff at GTU are so helpful. Kamal ji and my other teachers, they have been so patient in answering our queries. We being from Australia and not knowing the study system of US, but they've been very kind and patient and persistent with us. And thanks to HCI, who led the pathway for me to go into the ICP course. It is just like you're helping us shaping our dreams. Thank you very much again, everyone. A heartfelt gratitude to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ridhiji. I guess we should point out that in this list of 10 scholars that we're introducing you today, there are at least 2 countries represented, right? The US and Australia, and it is truly a global network that we're creating. Next on the introduction list is Sanmay Mukhopadhyay. Sanmay ji is unable to be here today, so you will probably have the opportunity to see him in another setting in the future. I want now to move on and introduce to you Sudha Ramakrishnan. Sudha ji, you are here. Please, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Mukunji, for the introduction. Namaste, everyone. I consider it a great honor and a true blessing to be on this journey to serve as a chaplain of the Hindu faith. I believe this is a very important and meaningful work that is so relevant to the world we live in. My wish is that I be a boat, a raft, a bridge to those who need help. I plan to volunteer or work in a hospital or university setting, or as a freelance chaplain serving where required. And I'd like to express my deepest and sincere gratitude to the wonderful HCI Sangha who made this possible for all of us, and look forward to starting my training at GTU, in the prestigious GTU in the spring under the guidance of Dr. Kamal. And my gratitude to the Motwani Jadeja Foundation and Asha ji for your generous support, which enables me to follow this dream. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sudha ji. And then last but not least, I have the honor of introducing to you Varsha Kaushal. Varsha ji, please say a few words.
Namaskar, everybody. My name is Varsha Kaushal. I'm really elated to know that I'm one of the chosen for scholars to receive the generous funding from Motwani Jadeja Foundation. It'll really help me tremendously in completing my interreligious chaplaincy program. Thank you, Asha ji, for that. I would also like to thank esteemed faculty at HCI and GTU for introducing me to this program and then providing an excellent support to pursue these studies. I look forward to be a pleasant journey of learning and serving in the community. Thank you so much.
And with that, please, all of us, let's join one another in welcoming these 10 trailblazers into the pathway forward.
Wonderful.
And Gauravji, I believe I will hand the floor back to you now.
Thank you very much, Mukunji. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us at this historic occasion. I want to also recognize Sephora ji. Sephora ji has been from GTU, has been very kind in working with us and in building this collaborative partnership. Thank you also for everything you've done for us. Lara, you're here.
I have one. Yeah, please go ahead. Recognize
I
Lara.
wanted to recognize Lara Stein. Lara ji, thank you very much for your support from the MJF.
Thank you.
for all your support. Thank you.
Yeah. I have one more note to make quickly, and then we can go to it. I just wanted to bring out the fact that we missed having some of the fellows come up today, but we're going to have, we just released a worldwide 10-country press release that you please review. It's got all the details, and all the fellow profiles will appear there. So you've seen their faces, now you get to know how impressive the credential they carry with them. We're very proud. But just on that note, Gauraji, thank you, everybody.
You're on mute, Gauravji.
Naturally, I muted myself. So I will chant Om once and then the closing prayers. The meaning of the prayer I'll describe up front. This is a prayer for universal peace. So may all be happy. May all be free from illness. May all see that which is auspicious, and may no one suffer. Om, peace, peace, peace. I'm going to say this in Sanskrit. Please listen along. Please sit comfortably, sitting in any comfortable posture with your back straight, the back, neck and head in a straight line. Close your eyes gently and relax the expression on your face. Relax your shoulders, relax your belly. Now bring a gentle half-moon smile to your face and let the smile travel in with your breath into your heart. Let your heart radiate this smile into the world around. Bring your palms together in Namaskar Mudra at the heart center. We're going to chant Om once and then the closing prayers. Exhale completely. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take your arms behind you, grab your right wrist with the left hand and breathing in, stretch. As you exhale, bend forward in a deep sense of surrender. Come back up, breathing in, release your hands, rub your palms together to generate some heat. Gently cup your eyeballs to transfer that heat. Now blinking, open your eyes and pull your palms back like an open book. Namaskar, wish you a wonderful day, wonderful rest of your week, and congratulations again to all the fellows. Namaskar, thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, and Mazel Tov.